We saw Ramirez at Chelsea. We saw David Luiz at Chelsea. We saw William Boga Jr. at Chelsea. We saw Oscar dos Santos at Chelsea. We saw Diego Costa, even though he naturally for Spain, but he was a Brazilian footballer. We saw great Brazilian players who are really playing for Chelsea and they really perform well. We saw Alex, we saw Thiago Silva. Chelsea have a good history with Brazilian players. When it comes to a player from Brazil, Chelsea have a good record with them. Chelsea signed a Brazilian player hardly fail. Anytime a Brazilian player is playing for Chelsea, that player really perform well. We saw Oscar. Oscar was a superb at Chelsea. We saw Ramirez, the famous semi-final goal against Barcelona at Camp Nou. That goal will never forget every Chelsea fan. That goal will never be erased in any Chelsea fan mind. That goal will never erase. We saw how he chipped in the goal, one of the greatest goal ever in the semi-final. We saw how David Luiz did with Chelsea, from Benfica to Chelsea. He went to PSG, he came back, and he was never a flop. He really performed well. We saw Felipe Luis, even though from Atletico Madrid to Chelsea, he did not perform well like the way he was performing at Atletico Madrid, but he was not that bad. We saw William Boga from Anchi he was on the verge of joining Tottenham Hotspurs, but he ended up with Chelsea. He was not bad. He really performed his best. He did his best at Chelsea. He was never a flop. We saw Thiago Silva, agent Thiago Silva, and agent Thiago Silva. When he came to Chelsea, he was never a flop. He really paid his dues. He won the Chelsea, the champion. His leadership, his legend, how he organized the Chelsea defense, how he controlled the Chelsea board, how he controlled the Chelsea room. He really performed at Chelsea. He was never a flop. Chelsea have a good record with Brazilian players. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. If today is your first time watching this video, this is Focus Sports TV on YouTube. I'm just giving you a tip of the reason why William Estevao will be a successful player at Chelsea. Because Chelsea have Brazilian players, the one I have previously mentioned. Chelsea have been, majority of Brazilian players have been at Chelsea before. None of them was a flop. I have never seen a Brazilian who played for Chelsea was a flop. I'm here to see a Brazilian player who played for Chelsea and he was a flop. That's the reason why I have a funny feeling, I have a strange feeling, I have a good feeling. William Estevao will be an instant hit at Chelsea. Forget about his age. We saw Oscar. Oscar was 18 years when he was scoring in the Champions League final against Juventus. Forget about his age. He's going to be an instant hit for Chelsea. He's going to be instant. I don't care about his age. But the record and what I've given, Chelsea have a good record. Chelsea having a good player in a Brazilian player who is not going to be a flop. So if you're a Chelsea fan, please relax. William Estevao will be an instant hit. Per what I've mentioned and per what I have said about all the Brazilians at Chelsea, Chelsea had struggled with as Brazilian players. They always flourish as Chelsea. Yes, you can mention of Kennedy. Kennedy was one of the best. He was not that a flop, but just that he did not live up to the expectation. Kennedy was one of the examples, but you will not say that Kennedy was a flop that much. No, Kennedy was never a flop to me. Just that that's how his level is. So William Estevao coming to Chelsea will be a great news for Chelsea. It's going to help the Chelsea and it's going to be an instant hit. I have a strange feeling. He's going to be an instant hit. David Luiz, Oscar, Thiago Silva, Ramirez, William. The list goes on and goes on and goes on. All these Brazilian players were never a flop. I have a funny feeling Estevao will be a hit. He's going to be added to the Chelsea numbers. He's going to be a really good addition for Chelsea. It's going to be a competition for Nodi Madueke and Pedro Neto. He's going to give them a competition, a time for their money, a run of their money. Well, guys, thank you all for watching. I just want to educate you that if you are a Chelsea fan, this is what I wanted to inform you. I wanted you to know that Chelsea have a good record with a Brazilian players. No Brazilian players was a flop at Chelsea. I never see any a Brazilian player who was a flop. You saw Alex. Well, guys, thank you all for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you.